Hello everyone, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going over some teams who still may trade down in the NFL draft. Now, last week we saw the Miami Dolphins, who are at pick number 3, who was a lot of people's first choice for a team that could trade down in the draft for another team to move up and most likely grab a quarterback. Now, I'm going to be going over 4 teams who may also trade down as well and join Miami in that category. So, with that said, the first team we'll be doing, there we go. First team we'll be doing is the Atlanta Falcons. So the Atlanta Falcons hold pick number 4 in the draft. And I think the Atlanta Falcons, if they stay at this pick, I think they might actually pick a quarterback. They did restructure quarterback Matt Ryan's deal, but I want to make this very clear. Don't take Matt Ryan's deal being restructured as a sign of him saying the Falcons won't draft a quarterback. They had to restructure Matt Ryan's deal to make the salary cap situation work for the 2021 season. So Atlanta might still draft a quarterback. But if they decide they don't want to draft a quarterback and take advantage of them having the 4th overall pick, some potential teams that we could look out for. The Patriots are one. The Patriots are likely, if they want to get a top quarterback in the draft, then they're most likely going to have to trade up because by pick number 4, we're expecting 3 quarterbacks to be gone. Most likely Trevor Lawrence, Zach Wilson, and then one of the remaining, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, or Mac Jones. One out of those 3 will be gone at pick 3. So there will only be 2 quarterbacks left at pick 4. This also plays into the Carolina Panthers, who are picking at pick 8. The Panthers might move up. Say there's a quarterback that Matt Rule really falls in love with. Maybe it's Justin Fields. Maybe it's Trey Lance. Maybe it's Mac Jones. We don't know. But say Carolina falls in love with one of those quarterbacks, and they might be worried about a potential team like the Patriots jumping up to try to get them. Another team that could also be in this category is the Washington football team. Now, Washington has been very, very quiet on the drafting quarterback front, mainly because they're picking at pick 19. And Washington could use a quarterback. They did just sign Ryan Fitzpatrick. But behind, they have Fitzpatrick, Taylor Heineke, and Kyle Allen. None of those, in my opinion, are really franchise quarterbacks. So Washington could be a surprise team to trade up and try to get a quarterback, or maybe they might just decide to try to give Fitzpatrick a year, see if they have anything in Heineke or Allen, and then draft a quarterback next year. But Washington could certainly be a team. Chicago could definitely be one. They're picking at pick 20. We know that they're more than willing to trade a lot of draft picks to get what they want, i.e. the Khalil Mack trade. So trading up for them make a lot of sense. They need a quarterback. Currently, their quarterbacks are Andy Dalton and Nick Foles. Yeah, no, those are not franchise quarterbacks. So Chicago could be a potential trading partner. The wild card one in this is the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos, I think, want to give Drew Lock one more year. But maybe in the draft prospect, they really like a quarterback. And maybe it's Mac Jones. Mac Jones, I think, would kind of fit John Elway's traditional quarterback fit that he really likes. Maybe Denver decides to move up and tries to get him. We don't know. We'll see. Pick 5, Cincinnati Bengals. Very, very similar. Cincinnati, I think they'd be a very smart team to trade back. 3 out of the 3 quarterbacks will be gone to the top 3. If Atlanta decides to keep their pick and not draft a quarterback, that still helps Cincinnati, because if a team wants to go up and get a quarterback, maybe Cincinnati would consider trading down. They drafted Joe Burrow first overall last year, so they don't need a quarterback. They want to protect Joe Burrow or get offensive weapons like receivers for him, but they could trade back a few spots and get those picks, especially if it's a team like, say, the Panthers. You would only be moving down 3 spots for the team to come up and get a quarterback, and then one of the top receivers or Penei Sewell may still be there. And for the Patriots, Washington football team, Chicago Bears, Denver Broncos, it's kind of the same thing. They could move up, get a quarterback if they really like them. Next, Detroit, pick number 7. Again, this makes sense that Detroit, pick number 7. We know 3 quarterbacks will be gone by then. It's likely that teams will trade up above Detroit. But say that maybe one of the quarterbacks is falling. Maybe Justin Fields or Mac Jones or Trey Lance. Maybe the hype isn't there. They're falling to Detroit at pick 7. Pick 7, you might see Chicago or Washington realize, you know what, we don't have to give up too many picks compared to where we would at pick 3 or pick 4. Maybe we should move up. Maybe we should move up and get a quarterback with Detroit at pick 7. It could be a potential idea. Last team I'm going to go over is the Denver Broncos at pick number 9. So at pick number 9, the the Carolina Panthers would have already picked. So they would not trade back, I don't think, if they're going to get a quarterback. And the Denver Broncos, they will not be picking a quarterback. If they want to trade back, the Patriots, Bears, and Washington football team make a lot of sense as teams who can go up one pick before the 10th pick, move up, and get a quarterback if they want to do it. Some other teams that I didn't make a list but could are the Dallas Cowboys and the New York Giants. I think both teams want to take a good player that's available, seeing as there's probably going to be a lot of good offensive or defensive players available. Like Micah Parsons, Devontae Smith might be there, Jalen Waddle might be there. So it's possible, but I would expect the Giants and the Cowboys to pick players. But it is possible. But that's going to do it for today's video, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like this video, subscribe to my channel, tap the bell icon so you get notified whenever I post a new video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.